and rain in the forecast, and that's a trend that continues throughout the week. My name is Mackey, taking a look at your western forecast. Well, this low pressure system, as we can see in the Pacific, it's slow moving and it's packing a ton of moisture. If you're in Vancouver, the next chance you have to see the sun poke out isn't until Friday afternoon. Friday night, we have our next system rolling in. But how about those temperatures? Well, we are sitting about seasonal. Nanaimo 11, typically this time of year, we want to see 12 degrees, so we're pretty on par with that. And as we head further east, we begin to see temperatures really rising throughout the day on Tuesday. Cool morning, but really picking up as the day goes on and the week goes on for that matter. Temperature records throughout the prairies. We broke some new records big time. As we can see, Moose Jaw, 24 degrees Celsius. Not bad, right? Bit of a different story for Toronto. Go out for that fall walk, maybe start your Halloween decorations. I'll tell you in just a moment. But first, rainfall. Through Tuesday, Toronto, we could be seeing 5 to 15 millimeters of rain as we head further north, the Kawartha Lakes region, Cottage Country, 15 to 25 millimeters. Temperature-wise, well, we are going to be sitting around that 15-degree mark. As we head overnight, of course, temperatures cooling to the north, but nonetheless, we really are seeing those temperatures begin to warm up by the end of the work week. We could be sitting in the mid to high teens. So, perfect time to get out and start those Halloween decorations. And don't go anywhere because it certainly was a storm to remember. Now, if you're wondering where Jacqueline and Mark were when all of that wind was blowing by them, well, they were on the southeastern point of the Avalon Peninsula where they saw Cape Pine and Cape Race over 100-kilometer-per-hour wind gusts. So it was sure blustery. We also saw quite a bit of rain as well. But currently, the remnants of Gonzalo tracking east across the Atlantic, and they will be affecting our friends in the UK Tuesday morning. It really is the storm that just doesn't seem to give up. In fact, St. John's saw about 52 millimeters of rain over the weekend due to this storm. And coming up at 20 day through the province, I'm Mackey. Thanks for tuning into the Weather Network as we take a look at your eastern forecast. Rain through Tuesday through Newfoundland. We're looking at 20 to 30 millimeters, Goose Bay and Cartwright, and that's due to some wraparound moisture. As we head slightly further south to the northern point of the Avalon Peninsula, 10 to 20 millimeters of rain, and that's due to some Gulf effect showers. Now, Tuesday for the Maritimes is looking quite dry, but unfortunately, we have a coastal low that's tracking through the Maritimes, and come Wednesday, we're looking at quite a bit of rain, anywhere between 40 and 80 millimeters of rain expected for the Maritimes. To Montreal, we didn't store. I've actually never been to Montreal, but it's certainly on my bucket list. Let's take a look a little further east through Tuesday. Our rainfall forecast for Ontario. Southern Ontario, we're looking at between 5 and 15 millimeters of rain through Toronto. It won't be raining all day. It will be very scattered in nature. As we head slightly further north into Cottage Country, anywhere between 15 and 25 millimeters of rain. Now, high pressure, a weak high pressure anyways, will be moving in for Ontario by Wednesday. And the low pressure that's bringing us those showers will be traveling east, merging with this coastal low, tracking through the Maritimes, bringing all of that rain, a little bit of wind, but moisture is the big story you throughout much of this week. Thanks for tuning into the Weather Network. I'm Mackey, taking a look at your western forecast. And that big low pressure system on the Pacific really is bringing the moisture Tuesday to Thursday. Vancouver, the next time you see sun isn't likely until Friday afternoon. But first, how much rain are we looking at? Well, for western parts of Vancouver Island and portions of the southern coast, we're looking at anywhere between 30 and 60 millimeters of rain, a little bit less for Vancouver. Said that is more in store for this week. We get that southerly flow of wind. Wherever we see those yellow temperatures, that means we're around the 15-degree mark. But if you're wondering, do these mild falls indicate a mild winter? You could be wrong. Here's Kim with more on that story. Thanks for that, Kim. Temperatures for Tuesday morning through Regina, we're looking at 8, Brandon 5, but those temperatures really rebounding as we head throughout the day and throughout the rest of the work week. Tuning into the Weather Network, my name is Michelle Mackey, taking a look at your national forecast Sunday. Well, our national hotspot was in the prairies, believe it or not. Bow Island, 27.4 degrees Celsius, and we are in late October. I know. Those warm temperatures, will they last? Well, through Tuesday, they certainly will. We have this ridge of high pressure through the prairies, bringing up a southerly flow of wind, really bringing those temperatures up close to 20, and that's a trend that will continue throughout the week. As we head further east, we have this low pressure system building on the east coast, and as it tracks further north, it will be affecting the Maritimes come Wednesday, bringing with it extensive rain. We have a bit of fair weather coming for Ontario. We could see some morning showers throughout the early hours in southern Ontario, lingering in the east, and rain. That is your big story for British Columbia through most of this week. The next time Vancouver has the chance to see sun isn't until Friday. High pressure remains dominant in place for the prairies.